Okay, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. We are at the Billy Weekly 206th Deathmatch with tamesizeya and superdenis. This is the final, and it's about 8 a.m. Well, 8:04 a.m. U.S. Central Time on the 21st of July, Friday the 21st. So we are looking to a great match, a great game between two really good players. Um, Temazia, he says to call him Zia. He used to play Innovation a long time ago, and then he quit playing. But he is back in the Innovation run, and we're looking forward to just super good game with two cream of innovation. So yes, now they are just ready to play. Super Dennis said he is just finishing a game on another tournament. So I'm going to look at Super Dennis had beaten Anonit, Metcon, Tall, and Goki Jananame, really good players. He also got a um, Master Assassin title. So Temesia has got mysticism, and Super Dennis started with archery. So Temesia has got he is collecting cards. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't think he wants to share mysticism, because if he ends up covering archery with ores, and Super Dennis ends up having, say, uh, what's that card? Masonry. He could meld it and really mess him up. So, kind of, card collecting thing. City states is quite the pain, as we all know, because other player just has to give him mysticism to simmer him down, right? So let's see. Right now we're just doing card collection. I don't think I have seen both these players play real time. I mean, not really. Super Dennis I saw like twice, but I can't say he really is into real time game. And Temesia, no. So, well, I am doing my oh. So, Dennis has got the wheel and city states and archery. So, Tame is going to share domestication with him. Well, he also happens to have two crowns. So, city states at the moment is unable to do much unless Dennis smells another crown. Uh, which other crown is there? Well, there's domestication, there's sailing, there's, what's that card? Clothing. So, yep, it's kind of evenly matched at the moment. So, and oh, and I got my breakfast. Archery, okay. If you have played the other option, I think it's the unseen option where archery is like junk this and junk that. It is such a headache. Hmm. Then it's got the upper hand. Masonry and the wheel. So, yep. So what do you think he's going to use the wheel? Dennis is going to use the wheel and try to do masonry, get an early achievement through monument. It's entirely possible, even though a lot of the castles are out. Like, one, two, three, four, five, six castles from level 1, and level 1 is the one with most castles. I mean, the only ones left are what? Ores and of course, metalworks. Okay. Do you think he can collect a few cards and try to do canal building to get the first achievement? He possibly can. Hmm. But Dennis has other ideas. Dennis is going to do masonry, I believe. With maths, I am not exactly in favor of using it for level 2 cards. I want to go to at least to level 3 and then try to use maths to go to level 4, but that's just me. Because a lot of times I've seen people use maths with a level 2 card and end up with what is that, translation, or the other one, the blue card. Let's see, browse all cards. Base set level 3. It was alchemy. Yep, alchemy. So you end up covering maths and it's kind of no fun. But then I had used maths with level 3 and I ended up with what was that, level 4 card, you know, experimentation. And the other player very sweetly shared what's that card? He shared domestication, and the only card I had in hand was writing. So I ended up covering, experimentation, and yes, that was not a happy moment for me, but hey, I ended up winning that game too. That was that was well worth it. So yeah, there are fun moments in innovation. It is such a crazily wonderful game that you just, I think he's trying to run out the castles. So Super Dennis cannot do masonry. And if tamesizeya, okay, well, he cannot share mysticism, because, yep, it got covered. So let's see. Oh, I can't move this window. Okay, well, I can always refer to it. So we are at level 3 now, both of these players. Actually, Dennis is at level 2. He is wondering what to do. He wants to draw the wheel. Or maybe he has enough castles and he is looking at the order in which he should melt them. Level 2 has what? It has that card. Well, let's look at the castle. The level 2 castles, construction, road building, monotheism is on the board. There is map making. Uh, he may also have tools, metalworking, ores that he is keeping to his soul. He does not have level 3 yet. But philosophy, which would be good for scoring and splaying. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't think he wants to share maths because Tim Zia had, but no more. He had the lead in light bulbs, but since Dennis melded philosophy, he now has more bulbs. So let's see. Now the also now the fear at this time is Tim Zia has a couple of threes in hand, and if one of them is machinery, and he could meld it, he has the lead in leaves, and he could take the entire hand from Dennis by handing him just a3. Dennis, does he have any light bulbs? Sorry, any, he does not have any leaves. Oh no. Yep. Okay. Oh, there you go. Paper. Nice job. Paper is always great. And now that he has the lead in light bulbs, Dennis would have to share, but he doesn't want to. However, he still has archery. So, hmm, archery can steal the four. Let's see. We are kind of. It's interesting, it's not a straight scoring game so far at all. I mean, Dennis hasn't even used philosophy. Tame does not want to use metalworking because Dennis could end up with all the score and Tame might not. This is a more unusual innovation game than what I am used to. Now, of course, if there is, what's that thing, currency, if Dennis happens to have currency, he has a lot of stuff in hand. He could draw through the wheel and then melt currency, and next turn try to get, monument. It could entirely happen. Yeah, excuse me, I'm eating my breakfast as well. It's a little early. I did wake up early and I went to sleep really late last night, but hey, oh, there you go. We have archery. Okay. Okay, so Dame still now Super Dennis has more light bulbs at the moment and a 4, and he can actually use philosophy with invention. Okay, so Team Sizea shared writing instead of doing paper, and he got a bunch of threes and he transferred them all via canal building. So pretty smart actually, because he has the lead in crowns at the moment. I know Twal wanted to create a Zoom link, which is what we use to add participants, and Q3 from Russia, a friend from Russia, really, really great player. I think he's also a worldwide champion. He wanted to join, but Twal has been on phone and he is um, not able to do anything. Okay, so Dennis is trying to cover himself up, and okay, let's see. Let me give him the link. Okay, so Temazia got the first two achievements. And you know what? Next turn he can actually do education and get a 5 in hand and meld it. So that would be interesting actually. Now maybe Dennis will. Okay, so he's going via philosophy. And he doesn't have to share it. And he's gonna do invention with maybe ores or something. Okay. Alright, no, that's a good one. He can do invention, but you know what? Temesia can actually do education and draw a 5. That would also give a 5 to Dennis, by the way. So, see, so far both of them are avoiding sharing except for writing, which was very smart of Zia because he was able to get the first two achievements. Um, he could actually do that again with writing, right? He will end up getting, well, he will end up getting two fours with writing. He actually can do writing a couple of times and share, because I have a feeling uh, Dennis will keep using philosophy. Mm-hmm. And if he plays them right, he will get one more crown. So, uh, and masonry, and what was under invention? It was the wheel. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Of course, there's always the fear of gunpowder. Level 4 has gunpowder. Ah, currency. Cool. There's currency. There's the famous card, currency. It can score a lot and it can give you monument as well. And since he has the lead in light bulbs at the moment, he can share fermenting unless Super Dennis has machinery, which is the rudest card in the game, in my opinion. Ores is the most terrifying, and machinery is the most rude card. That's just my opinion. Hey guys. So yeah, he can actually do currency and he will score to force, which would be what, 8 points. 12 plus 8 is equal to 20. And he can get the next two achievements. Well, he can get 3 first, and then he can get hmm. Okay, so Dennis is going for the okay, so he got one more crown. It's always good for the empire um, achievement, the special achievement empire. If you have three of every, you know, three icons of all six types, well, my. Alright, so he went and got the third achievement like we thought. Okay, well, Dennis is grabbing a 4 because guess what? Tamesizeya does not have a 4 on board. Okay, well, they have to go to the next level now for the fifth achievement. Maybe Zia is going to do writing twice next turn to get a few cards in hand. That's what I feel. Dennis, on the other hand, could share fermenting. Um, let's see what happens, right? This is pretty interesting. Interesting game, interesting, interesting. Let's see what's going on. Zia is now thinking about. I mean, he will have to share education if he goes for it. Uh, we don't know, or maybe he'll share metalworking if he returned a useless one without castles via currency. So it's just a game so far. We are just waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm going to have a sip of my chai, thank you. Which is sort of getting a little coolish. I'm going to cover this thing up. I have a nice Yeti mug that I bought on vacation, and it keeps things, good temperature for a while. But yet, oh, I need to take a bite of my food too. I make this gluten-free pound cake, like really controlled sugar sweetener. So I could teach you one day, right? and it's gluten free. So, I mean, there are very few things that are actually edible and gluten free. You could do fermenting, but that would give Sia two fives and Thwal one five. Well, it will give him a five for sharing as well. Whatever Dennis is thinking of, I don't think he wants to cover philosophy or maths. But we'll see what happens. Societies, interesting card. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that societies can get. Not at the moment. I mean, unless Temesia had drawn and melded invention, there is nothing societies could do. Besides, societies works on crowns, and uh, Zia has more. 6 versus 4 at the moment. And archery cannot do anything. I think he's going to share writing a couple of times. Yep, he's sharing writing to draw 2 5s. Now, what is a dangerous card with writing at the moment? I mean, it's societies and banking, and of course, Thwal's favorite coal, right? So, Zia has 2 5s in hand. He may or may not have coal. If he has coal, he can actually melt it and use it. So, we'll see. Sia is thinking, thinking, thinking. He's comparing the icons, which card to meld, and or he could just do simple canal building, right? He could actually do canal building. Next turn, get a 7. Interesting point. Unless he shares writing and gets, 10, 20 points in hand. Because, like I said, Super Dennis does not have very good scoring cards. Okay, well, there's your currency and chemistry. Hmm. Um, Societies could steal chemistry, but you gotta have more crowns, right? And Dennis has less of crowns at the moment. And the two's in his hand. Sailing, is that sailing in hand? Yeah, sailing is covered. Yeah, clothing can do it, but you know what? Clothing is gonna be useless. Well, clothing could do fermenting. All right. Okay. Yep. Map making. He melts map making and then steals chemistry via societies. So they are evenly on light bulbs at the moment, but Dennis now has two more factories and Zia doesn't. So I think Zia is going to. Ah, there you go. Yay, he got a 5. Alright. So if he plays greens, yeah, he's gonna get one more light bulb. And of course, he could share education. If he shares chemistry, Zia will share. If Cole wipes out greens, he is going to lose two castles. So he will end up with four four crowns. Sorry, four crowns. Let's see. Archery. Okay, well, let's do archery for him. Steal a 5. Alright. Now, at the moment, map making cannot do anything, but we'll see. Oh, perspective. Okay, so he can score a lot via perspective. Uh, but going up in levels is kind of difficult at the moment unless Zia shares education. I mean, education is what I see. Zia, of course, can share writing and then do currency. And next turn do education because with perspective, Dennis has 7 light bulbs, and at the moment he cannot get monument with perspective. But if he ends up drawing a 5 or 2 next turn, that would be a good idea to get monument because nobody has gotten the achievement yet. So Zia is. Oh, he's not sharing writing. Okay. Now physics. Physics is the interesting card that could give a lot of sixes to anybody's hands. I saw a game once. I think it was El Consultador. Forgot who was the opponent. Where the opponent kept sharing physics, and they it would explode in their hands. And Consultador, whenever he would pop in on the table, would have a nice handful of really awesome cards. So, yep, physics is just depends on your luck. Of course, a lot of things depend on the luck, but hey, you do a lot of strategy, right? So, okay, so he is got a couple of fives and he's got 38 score. Alright, so Dennis is not going to get monument. So he scored 3 cards. He returned a 2. Um, Sorry, he returned a 2 and scored a 5 and a 1 and a 2 out of his hand. I think he is keeping oars. Of course, the scariest card in the game, oars. It's great until level, I think 7. After that, levels 8, 9, and 10. 10 really does not have much for crowns, right? Okay, just one card with crowns. Level 10, level 9 has 2 cards. Wow, I had no idea. Level 8 has one, two, three, 3. Of course, skyscrapers, which is a scary thing. Mobility is just, you know, a killer. And rocketry, yeah, rocketry can get you, man. Mass media can wipe you out. So level 7 has one, two, 3 crowns. Wow. Okay, one, two, three, 4 crowns in level 6. And level 5 is the one with the most crowns. 5 crowns. 5 cards with crowns in level 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Other levels have about, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is level 3, has also 5 crowns. Okay, level 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4. Level 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fun. Alright, let's see. So Dennis scored a bunch of cards and then he drew a 5. Tamesizeya is, yep, he is probably going to share education to draw a 7 as the first move, because if he does it as a second move, guess what archery is going to do? But Tamesizeya is also wondering about, you know, oh, if he had done writing, he would have gotten a 6 in hand. Yeah. Oh, he got a 6 in hand. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm dying of curiosity. Let's scroll this page up just a little bit. Super Dennis, he is in France, and Tamesizeya is in Taiwan. And we had been trying to settle on a good time for the last couple of days because between work and all that, it's kind of crazy. Ooh, democracy. So he's got the 6th achievement. Hmm. Ooh, Tamesizeya is in trouble. He cannot get a 6th achievement unless he does education first. Okay, so he got vaccination. There you go. And now we got the achievement. Good job. That was cool. So Super Dennis is going to use democracy. I know that. But which card to return, because he could use archery and if he uses steam engine, draw and tuck 2 4s. He could draw and tuck 2 6s and get a 6, and Tame will get Okay. Oh, team got the last achievement. Wow. I was looking at Steam Engine. Wow, that was cool. That was good thinking. Good job. So now we have a champion. Billy Weekly, uh, 206th death match. Tamesizeya is the winner, and that was a really interesting game. Yeah, good job. And it was very lucky with the vaccination stealing the sixth achievement and then stealing the seventh achievement. So that one worked out for him. So Dennis thinks that he should have used maths to go up in levels, but he didn't. So, yep, I mean, we have to look at what other options could have been there. He could have done archery and then used maths with whatever card he had, but he was more interested in getting chemistry, right? Studying chemistry. So that was uh, that was interesting. So I am going to stop the stream, or you know what, maybe we can chat, but I do not have the Zoom link, unfortunately, to invite both of them for a post game discussion. Um, I am so sorry. Twal is actually out of town, and Super Dennis is typing something. I was quite happy to challenge the start with bad hands, city, states, and archery. Okay, yeah. They, I mean, he only was able to use archery and not city states, but yeah, it was interesting game. It was interesting game, and Temazia played smartly. He of course had the better hand, um, despite having mysticism against city states. Mathematics is a game changer. Could have been used early. Yes, he is right. Maybe maths would have changed the game. This game just finished up in less than 45 minutes. We have nice rain going on outside. Ooh, rain, rain. Timizia, I think he can do English unless he is writing in Taiwanese and using Google Translate. We don't know. City State actually made me nervous. I got tools and metalworking at the first turn. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Interesting game. So yeah, metalworking. Eh. Yeah. And Ors never showed up. So I think Ors is in Super Dennis's hand. Let's see. I am not sure. Did you have clothing? No. Okay. Ah, Demacia has ores and clothing. So Demacia, okay, so he had ores in hand, but he never had the um, castle advantage to be able to use it. Hmm.